garage where we make detailing simple. My name is Doc, and today I have something special for you guys. So remember that dedicated wheel cleaning video that I made, especially when you're using it in conjunction with a rinseless wash? Well, today I will be going more in depth, and this time I will be posting up the video that when I did the rinseless wash with the Ford Mustang E and the new DIY Detail Legacy sponge on that vehicle, and showing you guys that it does not scratch the paint whatsoever. Well, here's a dedicated video. I am doing this video afterwards just for the simple fact because I really do want to touch up on a couple things. So the wheel and tire cleaner from Extra Tough, right, is absolutely amazing for winter. And there's one key thing that I really want to mention about that wheel and tire cleaner is this: you do not need to neutralize the cleaner. It's a spray on wipe off formula, so the minute you spray on, if it goes dry, you could just reactivate it with water. Not necessarily reactivating the cleaner with water, but you could just reactivate it so that way it's easier to clean off. But once it's dry to the surface, it pretty much becomes neutral. It becomes to the pH of 7, literally neutral. So what that means for you is actually super safe to use. If it dries on the surface, just make sure you reactivate it with either the product or water, wipe it off, and that's it. It's not going to damage any painted surfaces. Again, you got to be cognitive with aluminum and powder coated substrate. So that's something just in general, just be cognitive of. Just do your regular testing, but as for clear coat finishes, it will not damage anything if dried on the surface. Now, once you use this, I love using this because again, it deep cleans the rubber and the tires completely, strips off the browning, all that stuff. And I use this straight, especially on dirty tires. I use it straight. You guys saw me use it on that Ford Mustang E when it had heavy browning because it drives through construction sites daily. You guys saw that, and it pretty much cleaned the whole tire with 2 passes, which is normal. There is no such thing as one product that cleans a whole rim and tire completely with 1 pass, especially something that is super dirty. But if it's averagely dirty for like 1 month, as say a daily driver that just drives on the highway, it comes back, 1 pass would do perfectly fine with this product. Now, I like using it in conjunction with the rinseless wash from DIY Detail, just because this rinseless wash compared to, again, I have absolute rinseless wash, just to prove you guys that I am not just, I'm liking just the DIY Detail product line, the Mckees37 N914, and this is the rinseless washing wax. Look how much I use. Out of all these 3 in general, this to me cleans the best. The surfactants and the polymers inside this chemistry actually cleans the best. Now when it comes to lubrication, we're pulling hairs here, but for me this does feel a bit slicker than this, right? I am going with cleaning power over slickness. Even though this has slickness, I'm just saying this is slicker than this. And also the mixing capabilities is a lot easier to mix in water this than the absolute rinseless wash. And the Mckees37 N914 works well, but again, this is like a medium of the best of both worlds, right? But I like cleaning power. So with that out the way, once you're done cleaning the tires, you go ahead and pick any tire dressing that you like once it is fully clean. I used to use P&S Shine All Performance Dressing. As you can see, there's nothing here anymore. I used to use Adams VRT. I used to use Exoformer. I tried that. I also used, again, like I said, Adams VRT and Chemical Guys VRP, which I use as well. But my top 2 favorite ones at the moment, especially the way it leaves the finish, and look how much I've used, pretty much nothing of this tire dressing after 4 to 5 vehicles, so it's very economical. And this is a tire dressing from DIY Detail. This took the 2nd place out of all. So if, again, Carpro Pearl is my favorite, but again, just because this is dilutable. This, I'm not sure if it's dilutable. It doesn't say anything about dilution, but this can go a long way because again, you could use this up to halfway, or you just dilute it 1-to-1, and now you have 2 of the same bottles for the price of 1. So this is why I like Carpro Pearl. But nothing bad to say about the tire dressing from DIY Detail, and I apply it with the Detail Factory brush, or you can use it with this wheel and tire applicator. Doesn't really matter, just use what you need to use. I know I've been talking a lot in this intro, but without further ado, let's just go ahead and start. Shit, I just dropped it, almost. Start the video. Again, I just use extra tough wheel and tire cleaner. I'm going to show you guys the whole process, and especially with the wheel wells that's left with a bunch of leaves, I will show you guys after this is saturated how to clean the rest of the wheel wells to get as much of that dirt and grime off of the carpets and possible carpet, whatever you guys want to call it. So let's just go ahead. I'm going to speed things up, and I will tell you guys as I'm doing the tire what I am doing. So again, just spray the wheel and tire cleaner. You can spray it here as well. And before I spray the rims, you want to knock off all that dirt and grime as quick as possible. And I use my pump sprayer as a garden hose to saturate and push off all that extra dirt and grime that's in there. Here I'll just saturate in here, and I'll show you guys afterwards on how I do the wheel wells. So once I push off all that extra dirt and grime, go ahead and spray again the entire rim with the wheel and tire cleaner to give this extra clean. Even inside here, we spray the tires, and I'll go ahead and start off with the tires. So you can grab it over brush, got this thick brush, and just scrub off everything that you guys need to scrub off. And I do have a bucket, so filled with about 3 gallons of water, not even, like 2.5. And that's about it. Now, clean the spokes. And this extra tough wheel and tire cleaner with the DIY rinseless wash, or whatever rinseless wash of your choice, but for me, the DIY rinseless wash, it really helps break down all that dirt and grime. And let me bring you guys in close so you guys can see all that browning and everything is coming off of the rim without anything, without agitation. So it's incredible how this stuff works. So yes, so now let's just clean the face with your flag tip nylon brush. Let's go ahead and clean this. And again, my customer understands that I'm doing a rinseless wash, and he does his own rinseless washes whenever he has time. This is a construction vehicle, and he drives this through industrial areas all the time. When I mean construction vehicle, he works in construction and drives it to his construction site. But that's about it. You go ahead and do that, and then I like to spray a bit of rinseless wash. I use the pressure of the rinseless wash on this pump spray. You're probably asking why I have 2. Again, I am running through a lot of rinseless wash with 2-3 gallons of water, so I really want to clean everything. So I put the rinseless wash again, this to help neutralize the cleaner that's in here, and then I will scrub the tire one more time because the rim is fully clean. You guys will see how clean the rim is. Afterwards, I just want to agitate the tires one more time just to make sure everything is nice and clean. And look, no more browning coming off of the tire. And this extra tough wheel and tire cleaner knocks out the browning pretty much in one single pass. So yeah, so that's that. Spray a little more to neutralize the extra tough wheel and tire cleaner. Even though I'm not worried about it staining anything, it's just more of just me being, again, extra careful. This is my customer's vehicle, and I do this on my own vehicle as well. Whatever I do on my own vehicle, I like to do it on my customer's vehicle. and just be nice and safe. And yes, so go ahead, just dry this off. Look at the towel, pretty much nice and clean, just taking off the extra residual dirt that was on the surface. And then with the towel, go ahead and scrub all that dirt and grime from the tire. And just look at this, just easily, it's not as dirty or black if you were to do a waterless wash, because again, this rinseless wash helps remove all that dirt from the rubber. So what I'll do now is flip the towel over. So what I'll do is spray a little more of that wheel and tire cleaner on my tire brush. I'll just say it one more time, just so I can show you guys that there's no more dirt on the surface. Flip it to the clean side. And when I mean no more dirt, there's still gonna be dirt, but this is the final residual of it. Look, just nice and light. And now I have a completely clean tire, ready to receive, like I said, any type of tire dressing. So there you go. See? Let me go ahead and do this side so you guys can go ahead and see. Nice and clean. Now, I cleaned the whole face of the wheel already. Now I'm just gonna clean the barrels, and you'll run through one towel per tire. These are my throwaway towels, but you guys can wash this as well. It's not a big deal. You guys can go ahead and wash these towels, but just make sure that you just don't use them on any painted surfaces. Then I get this extra clean buff towel that will be used on the next tire, but just to buff off any of the residual rinseless wash or cleaner that was on the wheel and rim. Now, how do you clean this area? Well, I will run through two towels, unfortunately. So remember this towel that was already used? It's all clean. The tires are all clean and everything. So you go ahead and just spray this along the wheel wells. Go ahead and use the microfiber towel to attract all that dirt. And again, we're not going for super ultra clean. That's all that's there. You grab one more towel, saturate it with rinseless wash, and go ahead and collect the other side that's filled with dirt and grime. Flip it over. And again, it's not perfection, but you're getting a full, deeper clean. And that's about it. I do have to grab two more towels. This is super dirty. I only have two more in the chamber. Let me just show you how much cleaner the wheel wells are. And I just use this. Let me just actually flip this side over and just use the residual that's left. And yeah, so sorry I dragged this out, but this is something that I really want to show, because again, we are in the winter months of detailing, and some of us don't live in warm, nice climates where we could use water, or you have water restrictions. So yeah, so here you go. And like I said, we're not looking for perfection. It's just more of getting the deepest clean possible in the winter. and look at the wheel wells. Everything is nice. There's more up there which I'm gonna clean right now, but I just gotta get another towel and that's it. Nice, super clean tire, easily, and that's it. That's about it.